Hey Cancers, how's it going? Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. I'm Fairlight. La la la. How you feeling? It's been kind of a mellow. I've done a couple readings now, and it seems like some people are going through it. So I'm checking in with you and seeing how it is, and I guess I'll just dive right in. You know, I laid out some cards, and the one that really wanted to like stand up and be like a theme is the moon reversed. So, what does that tell us? Well, first of all, I think about the moon, like the moon is flows on its own cycle, and I say that like time, the way it's been presented to us, isn't real. So I guess we're going to go on this little tangent about time, but time as it's been presented to us is not fucking real. It's a tool, but these repeating little squares, that you have to get to, and they repeat on a cycle of 12. The clock on the wall, you got to get to, no, repeating cycle of 12. Like, that's a whole different mind fuck thing, but do be aware that there's this construct based on the number 12 that was set to be an authority over your lives, over all of our lives. And it's interesting, like, bam, we just got right into some messages right there. Like, are you giving your power away? Oh, Cancers, don't give your power away, man. Like, get into your rhythm. And it's funny, that's the second time that message has come through tonight about getting back into your natural rhythm, getting back into alignment. And even if back is applicable, like, when have we ever had permission to be in alignment and be attuned to our own divine cycles and rhythms? Take a deep breath. Might as well do with you what I did with the other two. We're doing the fuck meditation. I saw a meme that said fuck actually helps to open up your throat chakra. So take a deep breath with me. Do it, Cancer. Breathe out the word fuck. Right? Now don't just watch me do it. Do it this time. Deep breath in. And release. Fuck. Fuck. That's how it's all felt for like everybody apparently. So fuck. Whatever. So start honoring, like, and I feel like your body, like, I'm feeling this big flow in the body. I feel like your body is probably sending you messages. And if you're feeling worn down, or you're feeling, and it just reminded me of another child I have who has a Cancer moon, and seeing how he's been out of sorts, like really out of sorts. And I feel like in his case, he doesn't have enough of a routine, so that could be it too. Maybe you're stagnant. And that was actually my first thought when I saw the moon reversed. I'm like, are you stuck? Are you stuck and not lining up with your cycle? Which I guess that does bring it all around. But so, I feel like we may be referring back to that throughout the reading. I don't know, but it really wanted to like stand up alone by itself. Maybe we'll end up turning it right side up. Maybe it's not necessary to. It does feel like the goal of the moon reversed would be to get you back into your harmonious flow, back into, well, yeah, flow is such a good word. Back into the cycle, your natural rhythms and cycles. All right, so now what else do we want to look at? So you've got the Chariot card reversed and the 5 of Swords, which in the Crowley deck is called Defeat. And, I just fucking went on this whole long tangent about the Chariot card in Leo's reading. If you really want to see that, I don't feel like I should recall all of that here, but we'll see how much does get recalled. But it pretty much what it says is, if you're not, again, the stuck energy, not aligning with your divine cycles, are you giving your power away? Again, time as it's been created, a clock, a calendar, those are useful tools. Those are useful tools for agreements. I'll meet you at such and such time. I'll show up at such and such time. The plane leaves at such and such time. Useful tools for the society we live in. However, when it's been established as an authority over our lives, we've lost our sovereignty, Cancer. And fuck that. And this Chariot reversed, I believe Chariot even rules signifies the Cancer sign of Cancer. So that's a double, like, you're out of your power, man. And so what are you giving your power away to? Are you giving your power away to the clock on the wall and the calendar and all that stuff? Are you like, and I could go a little deeper into that. All right, this is a fun little way to go about it. As we evolved as conscious beings on this planet, early in the stages of human development, we used to get eaten by things pretty regularly. Now, we still do get eaten by things, but it doesn't happen nearly like it did, before modern society and whatever. We used to get eaten. So we developed fear, and maybe we already had fear, but we developed the psychic component to fear so that we could sense when danger was approaching. And it's like the spidey sense. And so we developed it so that our senses would go off and we would get to safety, and then we'd watch the saber-toothed tiger walk by or whatever. And so fear in that sense really was developed as a part of a survival skill. And so we developed fight or flight, and we would evaluate, is it better to fight in this circumstance or to run away? And I guess since then they've expounded and there's all these like 5 other things or more than that. That's fine. For the sake of keeping it simple, fight or flight. So somehow whoever they are, whoever it was that decided we can take the tool of what we've established for time and we can use it to become an authority over people's lives. So we gave our sovereignty away. So many of us, we were trained to look at the clock as an authority figure in a way. And if you don't believe me, how many times have you been like 10 minutes late to work and you were like, oh, oops, I'm 10 minutes late to work. If that's where you're at, then fucking cool. Hang on to that. Because most people in this Western world are 10 minutes late to work and they go into fucking mortal terror. I'm 10 minutes late to work, Breathe. Nothing is going to eat you. There is no fucking way that 10 minutes, it's not even real. It's not even fucking real. There's no way that 10 minutes should equal a saber-toothed tiger is going to eat you. And if you show up to work and there's a boss tapping their watch and sucking your life like that, then fucking get out of that situation. I say smash the fucking patriarchy, but that's me going off on a tangent. The point is, realize who and what you're giving your power to, and what is this power? What is this authority anyway? And where in that scenario or whatever, where does your sovereignty lie? Take your power back. This one fucking card, and I'm like, holy shit. Well, okay, it's 3 cards, but it's the moon reversed, the Chariot reversed, and 5 of Swords. And so it feels like there's somebody, or again, I go with the nouns, some person, people, place, thing, situation, circumstance is gaslighting you, is what I feel, this defeating energy. It's like you just feel defeated. There's no power. You have no power. Whatever this situation is, it doesn't have to be the entirety of your life. This is just whatever this is talking about. If it's the entirety of your life, then fuck, take a look at your life, man. Please. You're the chariot, man. You decide where you go in life. So I'm not going to let that be reversed anymore. I can't stand to look at that reversed. I'm going to reverse this Five of Swords because fuck that. Fuck that. Take your power back and start listening to your body. Again, if you need to get on a more regular routine, then you be the governing force of that. You be the authority that says, I need more discipline. I need a greater routine. I need this. That's great. But maybe you need the opposite. I'm on too rigid and too structured of this thing, and I need to break out. I need to flow. I need to get back into alignment and rhythm with who I truly am. It's crazy. I closed my eyes and I saw red just pulsating. And it's funny because the color red came up in Leo's reading. It's interesting that the Leo reading is having some resonance. If you feel inclined, you can watch the Leo reading. But it's about that root, and that's where fear lies. Wow. Fear is in that root chakra, that survival. It has to do with survival. Food, money, basic security, survival. And I just feel like the cards, the guides are saying, like, you, for your very fucking survival, you need to take your power back. You need to get back into your power, get back into your sovereignty, and dissolve the illusion of authority. Really. Like, you don't have to take on some other kind of archetype. You don't have to like become a punk rocker and or you can, but I mean, go get a mohawk if you want to, you know what I mean? You don't have to, whatever pops into your mind about not respecting authority. Apparently, I really think punk rockers are good at being rebels. So fucking rebel, listen to some David Bowie, whatever. Okay, back to focus for light. So I'm going to set these over here. And it's interesting on this card how the defeat is like this, and it does. It's almost like a person just like falling down on their head. But you turn that defeat around, and then it becomes a star. La 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 la. All right. So, and there's a card underneath here that I think wants to be acknowledged, but I'm not quite ready to acknowledge it yet. So I'm just going to put those aside. And now where do I want to look? Okay. Oh, sorry, I keep having to stretch. So this, you've got, and it's funny, the two decks that wanted to come out were the Crowley deck and the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And so I'm just going to kind of jump around. You've got a couple of tens. You've got the 10 of Pentacles. And you've got the 10 of Cups. I laugh because of what was underneath each of these cards. So you've got two tens. Underneath them were two fives. The 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands upside down. So, okay, let's... 5 of Wands upright, this is fighting. But this is like friendly fighting. This is like training in a way. They're young, they're innocent. And this is reversed this way. So it feels like, again, it comes back to this whole notion of authority. And then we've also got the 5 of Swords, man. So, okay, 555, that means change. So big changes are coming. So that's... I don't even listen to Sheryl Crow, but all of a sudden it's just a musical night, I guess. I think a change will do you good. A change will do you good. A change will do you good. And the change is about taking your power back, owning your fucking authority, owning your sovereignty, man. A change will do you good. So I love how the cards speak. Underneath the 10 of Pentacles is the 5 of Pentacles. And it's interesting. I just did a reading recently where it was that very same message about you're a 10, baby. You're a 10. And why are you going to let yourself feel like a 5? This is low self-worth. This is no self-worth. Now, it could be financial. And if you're feeling like financially you're just left out in the cold, know that the truth of you, okay, so there's that scenario about giving your power away to like some authority, whether it's time, whether it's an employer, whether it's a lover, whether it's a whatever, whoever it is, a parent, um, you by acquiescing to their authority, you make yourself this unworthy person, always trying to prove your worth. And what you don't get is that if they have this power over you, they're not going to be the ones most likely to tell you that you're a 10. They like you being the 5. They want you to prove your worth to them all the time. They like you being a 5. You're a 10, baby. But the only one that's going to tell you that is you and me. There might be others. Hopefully you have others in your life that tell you that you're a 10. But the only one that can convince you of it ultimately is you. You've got to own that you are a fucking 10. And underneath these cards is the Hermit. So I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge that because I like the major arcanas too. And that's about going inside, finding that inner light, finding that inner sovereignty. So let's take a deep breath. We're going to do a little tapping exercise. I want you to tap your thymus, because when you tap your thymus, you stimulate your endocrine system. And when you stimulate your endocrine system, you get your chemicals flowing. And so as you tap, I want you to breathe deeply all the way behind your belly button. And I want you to say some affirmations. I am love. I am light. I am peace. Now, I just have to sing tonight. I hear that India RE song. I am light. I am light. Hey. I am light. I am light. Yeah. I am light. I am light. All right. Now the other side of that, keep tapping. Take a deep breath all the way behind your belly button. And I want you to affirm and acknowledge, I am also dark. We don't like doing that. And that's the 5. We so want to prove our worth that we just want to prove how good we are. I am also dark. Take a deep breath all the way behind your belly button and say, I am complete self-acceptance. La, 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 la. I am complete self-acceptance. I am light. I am dark. I am complete self-acceptance. And with that knowing, I attune myself to my light and to my greatest sovereignty. Because in darkness is where creativity comes from. Creativity, imagination. You plant the seed in the dark of the earth. And then when you really get clear on it, then you infuse that light into it. Then you bring that light energy. You activate it with the light. See how they work together? There's no good, bad, no evil. I mean, there's evil, but that doesn't make you evil to be dark. It's just what you haven't shined the light on yet. So shine that light, baby. Go within. Go within and find that sovereignty. Go in and find that. Shine the light. Shine the light. And so with that, I want to keep this 10 out. So I'm going to come back to the 5s and the 10s, because then we had that 5 of Wands. You're not even willing to playfully engage a discussion of your perspective with some situation. But there's, with the Wands energy especially, Wands energy, I always think of passion, fire, activation, inspiration, motivation, all the Asians. It's all that. And it, it's weird because it's this 10 of cups on top of it. So is it weird, or is it now, if the 5 of pentacles underneath the 10 of pentacles was saying, sorry, I'm looking at too many things at once. If that was saying you need to know your worth and nobody's going to give it to you except you. So what is this saying? You know, this is about happiness. This is emotional fulfillment, you know, but part of the emotions, like the cups, the water energy represents emotions, but how emotionally fulfilled can we be if we can't engage with our passion and our desires and our inspiration, you know? And so it's a choice you're making. Do you give your power away out of fear of rocking the boat? Or do you honor what is emotionally fulfilling for you? Now, underneath that, because I looked at what was underneath that, it's interesting that it goes 10, 5, major arcana. This also went 10, 5, major arcana. Whoa, 2 major arcanas. And it's the Lovers and the Magician reversed. So that's codependency. I'm not even going to read too much into that, but that's just codependency. You're miscreating because you're trying to please somebody else. It doesn't have to be your lover. It may be your lover. Or it could just be an idea of, because it's conjuring to me, the Lovers reversed is conjuring to me the Devil card, where you keep yourself chained to something that is toxic because you have this belief about it that you stay bound to, but it's not the pure thing. There's codependency in there, there's toxicity in there, there's addiction in there, or just disempowerment, giving your power away to a different authority. Like, it keeps coming over and over and over again. Like, your guides really want you to take your fucking power back, man. And so it comes through. I feel like it's like looking around you and seeing what is good. I feel like emotionally fulfilling yourself by acknowledging what is fulfilling in your life. It's not even something you have to create. It's already there. Just like that 10 of Pentacles, that worthiness is already there. You just got to look around and look at it, acknowledge it, allow it to be, allow. And it can be with the little things, I'm thirsty. Oh, I'm so thankful I have water. Bless the water. Bless your water. I bless my water. I'm so thankful I've got clean water to drink. I'm so grateful I've got a groovy cup. I'm so grateful I've got a comfy bed to sleep in. I'm so great. Just start counting your blessings. And then my eyes are drawn back to this moon, that somehow, by acknowledging with gratitude all the many blessings, all the many wonderful, emotionally fulfilling things that are there, is the path to lead you into your divine rhythms and your divine cycles. There's something very fluid and nourishing about that. It's like lubricating in a way, which is kind of a funny word, especially this day and age, because you can't think of lubrication without sex, or I can't. but there's something about lubricating, or like when you swallow, how the saliva, like the food goes down easier because of that. It's something about lubricating the path to aligning, getting back on track with your own divine cycles and alignment. You do that by acknowledging where you are nourished, because where you are nourished is where your sovereignty lies. I'll say that again. Where you are nourished is where your sovereignty lies. So I looked at that. I'm going to move them around a little bit just so I can see. Now, it's interesting that the Lovers was reversed over there, but here you've got the Lovers upright. So I feel like, again, it could be perception. maybe you're in a situation with your lover, if this is a lover situation. If it's not, then just apply it to whatever. And maybe as you look for that emotional fulfillment, maybe as you recognize and acknowledge and give thanks, hold that gratitude for what is fulfilling in your life, then there's this new closeness. And I love that in this deck. I just love the images. I really am drawn to these two babies. They're and it's interesting how I went into like this I am light and I am also dark. And here's this baby who is light and here's this baby who is dark, and how they have to work together. And I like to look at the masculine and the feminine as like a battery, a battery. In order for a battery to function properly, it has to be equal parts feminine and equal parts masculine. The feminine is receiving. My hand looks funny. Okay, the feminine is receptive, and then the masculine is activating. And to create the current, the feminine needs to receive. So this is receiving the idea, or receiving the manifestation, whatever it is. Whatever it is, then creates the new idea, which the masculine activates, acts on, even if it's an idea, or the manifestation is received, and then the masculine activates a new impulse for the next thing to be received. There's this current that flows. Again, this whole idea of flow and cycle and current, and that there's this very circular kind of spiraling energy, but you can spiral up just as easily as you can spiral down, you know. And the spiral, I feel like the spiral is a greater representative of time. And so we're in these divine cycles. That's why, you know, I mean, like the earth goes around the sun in a spiral motion, and it's cyclical. We get the seasons. The moon goes around the earth in a spiral motion, it's cyclical. The feminine body has a cycle in attunement with in alignment with the moon. So really, I feel like there's something to be said that time is feminine in nature. True time is feminine in nature. And boy, that's a whole nother rabbit hole I could go down. I feel like there's more I want to say on that, but true time is feminine in nature. And so maybe that's part of that allowing. The feminine and the masculine work together so well, but I've heard the feminine is being described as the wild and the untamed, and then the masculine is the tamer, you know. And so you take this wild forest, and that's the feminine, and then the masculine will, you know, organize it and you know, prune it and trim it and make it, give it the shape. And so it creates art. It's a creative process with the masculine and the feminine working together. Whew, I went on that, but I do feel like it's a message from the feminine about that it's okay to let go of these rigid structures of time and place and whatever, you know, and go within. And as you go within, you're able to expand out, and you're actually creating. And it's interesting, as I was shuffling the cards, there was a couple cards that came out, and indeed one was the Empress, the divine feminine, and one was a blank card. I kept that blank card in. Well, I don't need to go into that story, but from what I learned about that blank card was, you have an empty canvas. The world is what you create it to be. You've reached a point in your life where you've got a blank slate. So whatever you put there, whatever colors you use, whatever shapes you use, whatever abstractions or concrete, whatever you use, you've got a blank slate. So be very intentional with what you are, with this new masterpiece that you're creating, because it's all you. It's all you. So are you going to paint to please others? Or are you going to paint to create what is genuine and authentic to you? I feel like I could end the reading there, but there's still some other cards. So I'm going to acknowledge all the cards that want to come out. This might be kind of a long reading, but and underneath these lovers, you've got the Hierophant reversed, which again, I feel like is about breaking rules. You know, you don't need to follow any paradigm because the paradigms are all shattering anyway. It's a new paradigm. God, I swear I sing this song for everybody. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I just fucking love that song. And another thing I like about the Hierophant, whether right side up or upside down, I love the Hierophant because as I was learning, and I've been doing tarot for more than 20 years, but my guides came in and said, you know what? Fuck what is defined as the Hierophant by the tarot. Not for everybody else, but for me, you know, just do it your own way. And actually, they said, you know, look on Webster's dictionary, look at what the definition of the Hierophant is. A Hierophant is a person who translates the sacred mysteries. That's it. The Hierophant is a person who translates the sacred mysteries. So that means we all have the potential to be the Hierophant. We just have to own the authority to be someone who will translate the sacred mysteries the way it resonates as truth for us. And so with the Hierophant being reversed and with the lovers upright, I feel like, you know, if there isn't a partnership here, there's some sort of supporting influence in your life. There's that can sometimes be perceived as not supportive. But the way they're saying that this, you turn it from unsupportive to supportive, one is your perspective about it. What are you grateful for? And two, not trying to follow others' rules. You translate it the way it feels to you, even if you turn everything else upside down, even if you turn it all on its head. If it resonates as truth for you, if it gives support and validation and strength and courage and connection, this true connection to you, then fuck rules. Fuck dogma. Fuck rules. Okay. Boy, this is a very fucking rebellious reading, Cancer. Okay. Oh, so the last things I want to acknowledge, there's a few cards. I don't know that I want to hold each and every one up, but you've got the Fool reversed, and that's like overlighting this other message of the Page of Swords, the Four of Discs, the King of Swords, the Four of Cups. Here now we're going into the fours, and the Ace of Wands. And I like that the Ace of Wands kind of made itself the last. So I just want to look at this Full reverse card kind of over these ones. This, but the Ace of Wands and the Four of Cups reversed fall underneath these two tens. So it is about owning your worth. But now we've got to look at the not owning your worth just really quick, because the Fool reversed is like being afraid to step out on a limb, you know, being afraid to embrace some new opportunity. But another thing I can say, though, is that while the Fool is reversed, the Fool has situated itself. I hate to say him or her, but whatever, they have situated themselves so that even though they're reversed, if it were upright, they would be looking away from it all. But the way the Fool is positioned, they're looking over at these two tens. 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment, and 10 of Pentacles. That's wealth, that's, you know, financial abundance. It's also a solid foundation. It's a strong, solid, you've got something very strong and solid. And that's also over here where the Lovers upright is with the Hierophant reversed. So do you see, it's like, now it's like the Fool is just taking a new perspective. As you allow all of this positive stuff, as you allow yourself freedom, as you allow yourself sovereignty, as you allow yourself to be this powerful creator of your own life, you get this new perspective. And now it's like this. So, Page of Swords, you know, pages are messengers and swords are communication. So that feels like a positive message coming to you. And the message with that is very much tied to the Four of Pentacles, which, you know, it can be taken in so many ways. But what I'm feeling from this is you kind of holding on to what is yours. And that comes that gratitude, right? Holding on to what is yours. And I mean, there is a thing about protection, protecting your heart, protecting yourself with what is yours. And that's, again, finding that light inside, what's his name? The hermit. I'm looking for him. I'm like, where did he go? I put him away. The hermit, going inside and finding that inner light, finding that inner illumination, finding that and shining that, finding that and shining that, and then protecting it, not letting anybody into your energy, not letting anybody into your, there's a word that wants to come through and I can't quite grasp what it is, but not, thou shalt not kill my vibe, man. That's pretty much what wanted to come out. Thou shalt not kill my fucking vibe. And who is next to that? The King of Swords reversed and the Four of Cups reversed. That means you don't have to take what's fucking being offered if you don't want to. Don't fucking take it, man. And this King of Swords, I feel like represents, this can be an actual person. Again, all the nouns, people, places, things, situations, circumstances. Whoever this is or whatever this is, it could be the whole paradigm of the clock on the wall being a false authority and all that shit that I already said. Whatever this King of Swords represents, whatever this Four of Cup represents, it's said, the two fours I want to acknowledge really quick too, just side by side. It's so interesting how this is like, nope, I'm not taking it. And the cups are so open, you know, whereas this figure is so very much protecting themselves. And sometimes that card can mean you're being too closed off. And if you feel like maybe that's what it's telling you, that you're being too closed off, then follow your guidance. You are the translator of the sacred mysteries. But I kind of just feel like this is saying, hold your own. Don't let anybody steal your light. Don't let somebody give you some half-assed fucking bullshit offer to try to placate you into acquiescing and becoming another 5 again when you've already acknowledged and owned that you are a 10. So if this means walking away from a job, like, fucking walk away. If this means walking from somebody who believes that they have the right to be established as an authority figure over you, don't accept. I don't accept. I don't accept. And you protect that newfound sovereignty. And this guy can just fuck right off. And then the final card we have is the Ace of Wands. La la la. I don't know why I have to sing it. I just want to sing it. But it's the Ace of Wands. It's this new opportunity for new passion, new inspiration, new ideas, new goals, new motivations. And it's fast. Fire energy is fast. So this opportunity is here now. You better fucking take it, man. Cancer. Man Cancer, woman Cancer, whatever. Take this opportunity because you've got this window of clarity right now. You've got this perspective. You've got yourself hanging upside down, having this new perspective. And I feel like it's this new view of this personal power that maybe you've never seen before, you haven't seen in a very long time, and you've got this perspective. Take it now. Take the chance. Take the chance. Take the opportunity. It's fucking here. All right, Cancer, I couldn't possibly say anymore. That message came through. They're screaming it at you. Take the chance. Take the chance. If it ignites your passion, if it puts you in your power, gives you your sovereignty, fucking take the chance. And also take the chance to be like, fuck you, man. All right? Back in alignment. Back in alignment with your divine cycles, and then you're on the illuminated path. All right, Cancer, I love you so much. I'm going to end it there. If you would like a personal reading from me, I'll make sure that info is down below. Best way, I think, to get a hold of me is my Gmail, airyfairytarot@gmail. I also have a Facebook page, which I'm trying to stay off Facebook, but fucking Facebook me if you want to. Airy Fairy Tarot. Also, if you would like to tip me or donate or whatever, I would be fucking grateful for that. I'm always accepting that, and I'll put links to that below. And otherwise, until I do it again, have a beautiful time. All right. Thank you, Cancer. Love you. Bye.